ibhizinisi yethu injula bukhoma.
Sifundisana ngokuseva imali.
Junior Achievement Africa CEO Elizabeth Bintliff, once in the Kingdom recently, took the opportunity to visit some of the out-of-school programs by JA. Her first stop was in Malkans, where she met Gina Dlamini, a JA alumni and farmer.
So this is the vegetable department. We are using a technology called climate smart agriculture, so minimum usage of water, but we maximize on the production. Due to the changes in climate change, we need to be so smart and ensure that we don't deplete the little resources we have. So we are using technologies, microjet and drip irrigation, basically to ensure that there is minimum usage of water and we save for the next farmer downstream. So, and then basically that's what we do. More of our production on the vegetables is lettuce and spinach. And then we also have some baby vegetables we've planted for our customers for December. And then we have strawberries. We are pushing to upscale that one. We are not yet there for roads, Malkans. They want 4 tons per month. And then all the ShopRite shops and okay. So that's what we are doing on the vegetables, finding our feet to ensure we balance our cash flow. It's a cash cow. This one's not the major project, but it helps our cash flow. So yeah.
So you keep saying we. Are you working in this in partnership with others?
Yes, I've Smiling Through have 3 directors. I'm the managing director on ground. The other one is out of the country in Taiwan. The other one is working for Litwala Insurance. So I'm the full-time one.
Okay.
Yes, and then we have a team which is helping us. Full-time employees 3. Most of them they are in the warehouse and this one.
So why agriculture?
Agriculture.
Yeah. So few people, young people. How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
Young people don't want to do agriculture. Why did you choose to do agriculture?
It's the best thing you can do. Number one, you look at the problems Africa facing. The first one, it is food insecurity. So helping Africa to ensure it's food secure, to address the problem of food insecurity. So it is a passion. It is what is going to help the African continent to ensure it is food secure. So my mother also inspired me to be in agriculture. She was a farmer. So I looked at her doing the farming, and then I had to add the agribusiness in her farming. So yeah, agribusiness.
So that's where you learned agriculture from your mother?
Yes, yeah. And then the other thing that makes me to be in agriculture is because the next set of billionaires in Africa are farmers. So I've positioned myself very well to be in the few, because the population is growing.
Future billionaire. You guys be nice to him.
Must already sign autographs.
Gina also explained one other product which they are in the process of making, bean jam.
What basically we do, the reason we went to bean jam, we want to utilize every product that comes out, any byproduct. Our major product here in beans is seed. We start from seed because food security depends on seed security. So farmers locally don't have quality seeds. So we did our research while we were still in the university to check the seed security of the country, and then we discovered that seed is imported. More than 99% of the seed in the kingdom is imported, so it threatens the seed security, the food security. So that we went into seed. We are still producing seed. Like we've recently supplied in August 15 tons of seed to Lubombo farmers through Cospe. He bought like 15 tons for the farmers in Lubombo. This year we've struck a deal with WFP, World Food Program. They are doing their 2-year project, school feeding project. They are piloting to the government to just show how can you feed children nutritively. So in their package it's maize, beans, and then some vegetables, spinach, cabbage, and some tomatoes. So it is basically for farmers. They are uplifting farmers and ensure the supply comes straight from farmers, not from middlemen. So we are in the vending system our specialization is beans. We supply with beans and we allow the other farmers to bring maize. And we also cover on the vegetables on the niche where farmers cannot produce, we are in there to produce. So in the beans, we are the large suppliers of beans because we have a lot of beans. It's our thing. We do it 24/7. So, and then after them, any remaining smaller seeds, cracked one. This is what we went to Malkin's research with the food nutritionists, and we asked them, can we cook and crush this and do it into bean jam? So that is how we played around with the value chain of doing bean jam, baking using beans, and then all the thing to ensure that everyone eats this nutritive crop, beans. So it was known as the poor man's meat, but we're changing it as the rich man's meat. So that is why we're playing around with beans. You will see it, you have patented it, you have done research, you have taken it to the US for sampling in the UK. That's the way the big market is, because it is high protein and it is good for people with natural sugars like sugar beans. You don't add any too much sugar to be not good. So WFP will model it, the whole world.
The next stop for Bintleaf was Eswatini to visit a company called Simple Construction.
Afternoon to everybody. Yes, and it's a pleasure meeting you guys and having you around here. So Simple Construction is a company with two directors, myself, Sibusiso Dube, and Setule Mazia. It was formed in 2015, where we formed it from school. We did Scott, where we were doing civil engineering. So we came up with what about we do something for ourselves to empower, yes, with the power and information from JA. So we came up to create these concrete products that we do. Like what we do here, we do retaining walls, blocks, we do blocks, 9-inch, those building blocks, and then we also do these flower pots made of concrete and stuff. We also do pavers, interlocking, and all those. What we are basically, we are a construction company, and then we use the products to do the jobs that we get from the clients. So we use the product internally and externally for walk-in customers and whosoever is interested to buy the products from us, and then we'll do her or his own thing. So basically that's just that. We also have two sites, working sites, that we do like block yards. We call them block yards, where we manufacture the products from. So, and then this is just a show area where we showcase our work. It's a pity we have ran out of stock, where we can't actually show you everything that we do. But then this is just the piece of it for what we do. So currently we have 3 jobs that we have. We have 3 bedrooms which we do in Tubungu, and then we have in Waterford up there we are retaining a wall. JA has helped us quite a lot. We have managed to keep records. We have managed to master the technique of business. You know, there are certain things that as a lay person you wouldn't understand, you wouldn't take note of. You will just look across and not take note that you need to respect such. And then we, like I said, we've been able to, the bookkeeping part, we were lacking very much on bookkeeping, but then we've got to a point where we understand how important it is to keep the books on point, and then to maintain the drive, you know. JA has been very supportive to us, and the people are very welcoming, so you get to understand that you've got a shoulder somewhere to cry on, you know. So not that I'm trying to be a baby, but you know, at times you need to have support, technical support to be specific.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, and what are you aspiring to be in as far as the business is concerned? And Setule is at school.
Yes.
How is that affecting the project? And also, wouldn't she be tempted now to go and look for a job and leave the business and stuff and all those things?
Yeah. Okay. I think our goals is to grow, to look into property development.
Okay.
And with the products that we have, we will be able to cut the cost and give the best in what we are planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to try and move into property development, where we buy property, or we buy and sell, we own, you see. So we are trying to not go into these difficult times where we always try to beg clients to pay and stuff, you know, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
it's always challenging when the economy is down, you know. The walk-in customers, the point where you are always asking for money to survive every month, to pay the bills, and so we've seen that maybe with property it's always a need to have shelter. And you know, people now are lazy to build and to maintain a project upwards, so we are ready for that, and we sell the property to them. And then with my partner being away, I think right now, I was just talking to her like an hour ago. We do video calls. I send her emails. She's here.
Part of what is
Yeah,
happening.
she's just here. She just left yesterday. She was here for a meeting on Saturday. So yeah, we are trying.
Okay.
How did you start the company?
Why?
How?
Oh, okay.
why?
Right after school, we sat down, and then we put it down that we are, for at least 2 years, we are not going to look for a job, and we just try and make opportunities for ourselves. Lucky enough, we got a big project. It was a supply project where we needed to supply about 275,000 pavers.
Mm-hmm.
It was our first project. Was very difficult, but we managed to register the company with that. Got a deposit, made a few mistakes, if not many, but then yeah, we got a lesson, got into debts, but then we were able to come out with clients that come in every day. With the marketing team that we have there and there, we are strategically trying to market. We've got adverts sometimes running on the newspaper. So we try to maintain connections with our construction friends that we have around. So that's how we've been able to keep it there.
I mean, Elizabeth, one of the things that I like about these guys is that they are professionals in what they are doing. So it's always a success story for me when a young person will go to university and then not go to look for a job, but then take those skills and turn them into ideas that will generate income for them. So for me, that is something that I think the country needs. A lot of young people are out there, they're having degrees, look at these guys are engineers, civil engineering, and you are only going to go to companies, you start on the lower end of the job and you try to grow over years and stuff. But if these guys, they continuously try this, they will really have cut a lot of these years of waiting to go to the up end. So for me, is to wish you the best, and as junior achievement is to say that we continuously want to support you, and where we can be of help, do make use of us. And where you need for us to recommend you and also train you further and expose you to our stakeholders and partners, we stand ready. We are aiming to grow and develop even further our out of school program, and we want you to be not only be participants in the program, but to come back now to be facilitators in the program and teach other young people how to really grow and take them steps. So that is why it's important for you to succeed, and it's good for us for you to succeed. Congratulations in your journey, and all the best in your new adventure.
Yeah.
Sabo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Binsleaf also paid a courtesy call to Eswatini Bank, one of JA Eswatini's main sponsors.
We appreciate your time. We know how busy you are and your team, and for us it is such an honor that you can spare some moment to come and have this courtesy visit. So for me, it's just to bring my boss and to say to Elizabeth, this Eswatini Bank is, like I was saying to Lindy, is a serious partner for junior achievement. They are the only program, the only sponsor which is participating also in JA program, all the program. I talk about them sponsoring the entrepreneurship program, which is the JA company program in schools, and also in the financial literacy program. They are at the core of the program because we are opening bank accounts for all our students that are in the cooperatives program, and also for the Form 2s which are enrolled in our financial literacy program. So Lindy, when her team, the center of really enrolling the program, we had some challenges, but again, being the kind of partner that they are, we sat down and we resolved them. Now the momentum is picking again. We have a minimum of about 3,000 students to enroll, and we have a possibility of reaching 6,500 that we want to do. We want to pick it up. Like I said, we were delayed by some few technicalities, but now we are in full force going back to it. And they are also doing the job shadow program with us. So they take quite a number of students, and they have, and the students that, I'm not saying it because they are here, the students that have enrolled with Eswatini Bank for the job shadow program, they really wish we could extend the time. Instead of 1 week, they want 2 weeks and stuff. So they keep complaining, Babelkir, and say, why is it 1 week? And I say, it's the nature of the program, it's just 1 week. But we really appreciate the partnership that we have had with them, and they've been supporting JA since inception. So they are one of the longest standing partners at Junior Achievement, with increasing sponsorship every year. And particularly I would like to single out Lindiwe, and of course under Babel Kede's directive. She has been very, very active in working with us on the marketing front, taking the program out there. And currently we are working even on a debit card that will be JA branded. It is still my dream. I told them that once the card is in place, now I can retire. So they had that, and then they started stalling the program. It's Lindy's fault, you know. She started stalling the program because she doesn't want me to retire.
Thank
you. So please, Lindy, can you fast track my retirement? But really, we have had quite a fantastic relationship with Eswatini Bank, and currently they are holding the leadership of the Bankers Association of Eswatini. So we are working with them on all the fronts, because you would know that with the Bankers Association we are also working on the Global Money Week program, where we take this program to the schools that are doing JA. So now with them on the leadership, we're particularly excited because they understand our program better than all the other partners. So Babel Kele, CEO, is the one that we use your money and is sponsored to help the students prepare for a competition in Africa. So she's normally the host when we're in Africa, and she's part of the JA Worldwide leadership. And also the Africa program is strong because really she has been on our neck as member nations and saying we need to do better. And we have been trying our best. And she knows that whenever we go out there, we all give it our best. So we just wanted to pay a courtesy visit to you now that she's here. So we thought that amongst the partners that she can visit, it is also to stop by at Eswatini Bank and really just a meet and greet and appreciate the partnership that we have. So allow me to hand over to her to say a few words, Babe, before I return to you.
Thank you for having us, you and your colleagues for having us over. As my colleague has said, I'm only in the kingdom for a brief while, and I am made to understand that amongst our most valued partners is Eswatini Bank. not just at the bank level, but also at a personal level for you and your colleagues. So I just really wanted to take the opportunity to thank you for that and to really underscore the importance of that partnership to us. At Junior Achievement, it's our partners who drive the possibility of our work, and we rely very heavily on your support to be able to do the work that we do. I sit at the regional office in Accra, Ghana, and I coordinate and support the work of my colleagues in 15 countries across the continent. And it's not very often that I have the opportunity to come to the countries and interact with our funders and look in their eyes and say thank you for making the work possible. As you know, the work of youth empowerment, especially on our continent, is very important. When we look at the statistics, especially around job creation, we are graduating about 11 million kids out of schools in the continent every year. But our economies in all 54 countries are only creating about 3 million jobs. And that's a big gap. That's a disservice that we're creating for young people. So we really need to do something about that. We need to change their mindset so that they are not just thinking about coming out of school and getting a job, but coming out of school and creating jobs. And this morning, we've had a chance of visiting some of the students in different institutions and out-of-school youth. And one of the young men that we saw just before we had lunch, and he had lunch with us as well, was a young man who came out of school with a civil engineering degree. And he said to us, I made a decision when I came out of school, I wasn't going to look for a job for 2 years. I was going to start my own company and give it everything I had to make it work. So, that kind of mindset change in this generation is tremendous. And it's exactly what young people need to be doing rather than just staying home and hoping for a job or putting out CVs and hoping for the best. So that change that we're helping make possible is because of the support that we have from institutions such as yours. So I really could not have come here without coming to say thank you and to appreciate you for all that you've done for the partnership and for all that you continue to do. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, Mr. Madlopa and the team for coming to Eswatini Bank for this brief visit. We really appreciate that you could take the time whilst you are here in Swaziland to come and see us and see most of the other contributors to the program and see what the program is doing to change our young people. As Eswatini Bank, we have partnered with JA because we think it fits very well with our mandate as a development bank and as our intention to develop the nation from grassroots level. I think it's doing a good job, and we think we are very proud to be part of the process. We think it's very, very important that you have taken the time to visit, because we also get invigorated when you come in from afar to come and check what the program is doing. So we would also like that when you come, you see what a lot of impact that the program is doing. There's a lot of things that we've done with Mr. Madlopa while he's on the ground, and he's a very, very energetic person. Yeah, so he pushes us to to do things. And I'm sure we're not going to send him to retirement, but to just give him more energy to do more work. We are, of course, working on a debit card for the students. I think that's a very, very good program, the financial literacy program. It's got very impressive numbers, and we think we should be part of that. So we have made that commitment to also roll out a JA branded debit card. I think the only remaining things are some technicalities relating to changes that our card providers are demanding, but we do hope that in the near future we'll have that set up well. In terms of the impact on the ground, overall we think it's a very, very good program, because as we all know, the employment rate is actually going down. There are fewer and fewer of the students who are coming out of universities getting jobs, and so it's very important that we give them the energy and the technical know-how and all the support that they need to start their own businesses. as a bank, we do provide loans for entrepreneurs, but we do want entrepreneurs who have a good idea of what they want to do and where they want to go. So having been exposed to such programs, they speak a better language, they know what to say, they know what they want, and I think it's doing a lot of good work in terms of contributing to that. Of course, my colleagues here are also part of the team that is working in support of JA, and I'm sure they might want to say something. Also, Linda might want to say something, but
Eswatini Bank has played with the JA program. Through the JA program, we've been able to see achieve so much, especially particularly when you also look at the MD's role as chairperson of the Bankers Association, which really firmly believes in financial literacy, which is, I think, that's why we're so interested in being part of the JA financial literacy program, which not only has it instilled a culture of saving and inculcated a culture of saving the children, also obviously financial literacy, and I think as a marketing person is also instilled as well as a bank brand in the minds of the children. We've seen in many competitions that the Bankers Association has run, whenever children relate to children's account, they will easily relate to our product, the Siyakhula account, hence why the birth of the Siyakhula debit card. I could go on, but I think the MD has said more, but it's been quite a journey for the bank and JA in terms of the relationship, whether it's financial literacy or JA itself. It's been quite a journey, and we look forward to many more successful years.